Hi, this is Wayne with Evolve Your Programming. So, what does that mean, evolve your programming? To me, that means one of those things it can mean is looking at the words that you use. When you upgrade in and evolve the words that you use, you can notice a drastic change in your life because words have carry a power to them. And the more that we use certain words, the more that we start to become like those words. So if you're constantly using words of disempowerment or negative, like feeling words, you'll probably notice that you'll start to be like that more. And when we learn that our words are really powerful, we start to pay more attention to them and how they affect us. One of the most important upgrades that anybody could do in their word choice is by being aware of the using of the word want. I want something. I want a car. I want this. To want something, what does it mean to want something? It means that you don't have it, right? So to want something is to say to the universe, I don't have that thing, and I'm in a state of desiring that thing. Because if you had that thing, would you want it anymore? No, you wouldn't want it anymore. You'd have it. So wanting is a disempowering word because it means that you don't have it, and that's it. It just means I'm in a state of not having that thing that I want. And you could really get into this state of not having. And wanting really brings out this state of lack because to want is to not have. This is how the word, what the word means. It doesn't mean that you're going to get it. It doesn't mean that you're even trying to get it. It means, or that it's coming to you. It just means that there's a lack, that you don't have this thing. So really by saying you want something, it means that you don't have this thing. And you're in a state of feeling negative about not having that thing. So why use this word? I find a huge upgrade when I replace want with choose. So imagine how that feels to choose something versus to want something. Choosing something, that means that you're actively bringing it into your life, that it is coming into your life, that you are manifesting it into your life. It's much more powerful and it really starts to make you think about what you choose. It's so easy to throw around once, oh, I want $1,000,000. But it's a whole different vibration to say, I choose $1,000,000 coming into my life. Think of that. I want $1,000,000. Everyone's saying I want $1,000,000. Well, that's obvious because everybody is lacking $1,000,000, so they're saying I want $1,000,000. But when you say I choose $1,000,000, then you're taking affirmative action, affirmative, positive action into the universe, saying I'm moving towards having $1,000,000 in my life. It's such a big difference. And it starts to make you think, what am I choosing in my life? What am I choosing? What am I really choosing? And it's no longer this, I want. It's like, I'm choosing this. You're being more conscious in your life about what you decide to bring to you. Because now no longer is it, I want this. It's, I choose to have this in my life. And do you really choose that in your life? Do you really choose $1,000,000 in your life and know what that means and know how that is going to change your life? Because to choose something is to realize that when it comes into your life, now your life's changed. And all the ways that it's changed, and all the ways that you have to choose to become different and become who you need to be, what you need to do in order to have that. So just by changing that word, your word from I want that to I choose that, it creates a huge difference in your life now, because you're more conscious about what you choose in your life, and it really is showing you what you're choosing. What you want in your life is what you choose to have in your life. Want is such an easy word to say too. Oh, I want that. But if you really wanted it, wouldn't you be choosing that? If you really wanted something, wouldn't you say, I choose to have that? And I think for some people, they don't really want what they say they want. And this becomes clear when you start using the word choose. Because if you really wanted that car, well, I choose to have that car in my life. Now you have to really think about it. Now it's a much more affirmative word. So you really have to think, do I really choose that car in my life? Is that really what I'm choosing in my life? It's really easy to say, I want this, I want that, I want this. But it's not really, it doesn't mean anything. In fact, I think the more that you say want, the more it's putting you in a lack situation. And the more it's telling the universe, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. And not only that, but I'm not really trying to bring it into my life. If you really wanted to bring it into your life, you start to see the power of your words and see that by saying want all the time, you're just creating more lack. You're creating more not having. By saying, I choose this in my life, now you're going towards it. Now you're moving towards that thing that you want. It's also important to realize that we don't have to be super attached to the words we use. It's not, we don't have to be, I can never say want. I should always just replace want with choose. And that doesn't really work. I mean, you can just, it does work in the sense that you could fake it until you make it, but you really have to understand that there's an energy behind it. If you just take the word want and replace it with the word choose without any consciousness behind it, then then choose just means want. But you have to realize that this isn't about just replacing words and playing some sort of game with words. This is about feeling into the energy behind the words and how the words evoke emotion in you. Because words are just sounds. It's only our meaning that we place on the sound waves that create the power that words have. This is obvious. Like when you're listening to a language that you don't know, those words don't mean anything. Somebody could be telling you that they love you, the most sweetest things, but if you don't understand the language that they're speaking, it doesn't mean anything to you. They could be saying to you, take out the trash, but they're saying, I love you. So this isn't about just switching words for the sake of switching words. It's about realizing the meaning that they have and changing the meaning. You could do this still by using the word want. You could use the word want and how I'm using the word choose. It's just much harder it's much easier to start using the word choose. Choice, the word I choose already means something to you. It means something much different than I want. So when we start using the word I choose, it's much more powerful to us. The key is just to not get so caught up in the energetics of it and the meaning, but just to start playing with this. What I'm saying is, don't get caught up in intellectualizing your word choices so much, but start playing with changing your words and being conscious of the words that you use. The words that you use have a huge impact on your life because of the meaning that you give them, the vibration that they carry, and the meaning that you give them creates your life. So much of our world is in words, if you think about it. So much of our world is, I've talked about this in other videos, so much of our world gets funneled through words. And if we're going to funnel so much of our perception of the world through words, we might as well have those words be powerful and uplifting and positive and creative instead of destructive. Peaceful. We might as well have those words leading to more joy and happiness and consciousness rather than the opposite of that, right? And this is such a key realization that our words are important. And one of the most important words that we could change in our vocabulary is the word want. By changing the word want to the word choose, by choosing things instead of wanting things, your life will change dramatically. You'll start to get the things that you choose because now you're choosing them. The vibration is of choosing. It's of receiving instead of lack. The vibration is of want is I don't have. The vibration of choose is I have. It's here. And the more we're in that state of it's here, abundance, I already have it, the choice is not only that, but choice is very empowering because want is disempowering. Want is I don't have this, I have no idea how it's going. It's just giving up your just surrender. I want that. But to choose something, that's empowering. Now I'm going to go get that thing. Now that thing's coming to me because I've chosen it. It's so different. And when you're living your life from an empowered, positive place, everything starts to change. And just that one word, change. Want to choose. Your life starts to change because now you're in a positive place. You're choosing things. Things are coming to you. All because of this one word change. Of course, it's not all because of this one word change, but it leads to it's one big piece of the puzzle to changing your life. It's being conscious of the words that you're using. I like to be the most efficient as possible. I like to do the things, the 20% of the things that get me 80% of the results. And to this change in my life was one of those small things that leads to a huge amount of results. Being conscious of the words I choose and being conscious of the word want and consciously taking that out of my vocabulary and replacing it with the word choose. It's so powerful. So powerful. So I hope that this has gotten you thinking about the words want and the word choice and just the words that you have, that you use in your life, and being more conscious of the words that you use in your life and how that affects you. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And have a great day, or a great evening, or a great night, or wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.